So this last song that we're going to do is the theme song for a nonprofit called the Sustainability Project that Jeannie and I are affiliated with. We actually have a booth down the way. There's seeds for sale, and also there's a really cool raffle of some camp system solar systems. The mission of the Sustainability Project is to promote a love of nature, environmental stewardship, and caring communities. And about 12 miles north of here in Gilsum, we have been creating wheelchair-accessible trails and edible forest gardens using permaculture principles. And, you know, we're guided by concepts of inclusion and diversity. We believe that, you know, human beings are as much a part of nature as the bobcat, and we're just trying to carve out a little path so that we can get back to our place in nature. So that's where we belong. That's where we're going to be the happiest. Everywhere will be a garden. Everything will be more green. Everyone will know what it takes to grow food for our community. Every child will love their garden, pulling weeds and planting seeds, playing in the sun, having lots of fun, new responsibilities. When we wake up in the morning, eager to begin each day, every able hand tending all the land, lovingly in nature's way. Finally we'll see the beauty of living life in harmony. Changes everywhere, cleaner, fresher air, crystal waters we all share. Skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see trees of green The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Finally we'll see the beauty of living life in harmony. Changes everywhere, cleaner, fresher air, crystal waters we all share. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you, son. We couldn't do it without you.
All right. Yeah. Hello. Hi. Welcome, everyone. The Clean Energy team of the Monadnock Progressive Alliance is excited to be here today, launching our Monadnock Ready for 100% Renewable Energy campaign. In partnership with the Sierra Club, we have set a community-wide campaign goal to meet all of our electric needs with 100% renewable energy by 2030. And all our transportation and heating and cooling needs with 100% renewable energy by 2050. We'll be joining over 60 cities that are already made this commitment to renewable energy. 5 have achieved this goal. Burlington, Vermont is one. So it's achievable. The economic and environmental benefits of clean energy are significant. The health of our planet demands our action. We cannot stand by. Our team will be working with others to empower and support everyone in reaching these goals. We are ready. Please join us in this endeavor. And now we have several wonderful speakers to talk to you about this campaign initiative and how important it is. Thank you for joining us.
So our first speaker today is Hannah Reddig. She's from Keene State College. She's a student and president of Keene State College Campus Ecology Club. And she will speak now about how Keene can reach 100% renewable energy. Hannah.
Hi, everyone. Wow, isn't this weather beautiful? Give it a round of applause for the weather. I'm so happy. This is amazing. So, my name is Hannah. I'm a senior at Keene State College. I'm also the president of Campus Ecology. They are an environmental club at Keene State. So that's kind of how I'm taking a Future of Energy class right now, and that's how I connected with the Ready for 100 program. So I've been working with them on thinking of ideas on how to launch this campaign and how to make 100% renewable possible, and they're doing an incredible job. So thank you guys for that. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk about kind of what I'm doing in campus ecology and what they are doing. So right now, actually, Campus Ecology is putting on a solar festival. If you guys don't know, it's on Keene State campus right now. So if you have the chance, come on by. There's going to be live music all day. So it's really fun and exciting, and there will be face paint and henna and tie-dyeing. So if you have younger people, maybe they will like it better. But everyone should come. But so I've been working on a really cool project in my class right now. We are designing energy plans for Keene. So we're looking at economic issues, I guess. We're looking at the renewable side. We're looking at different ways to make renewable energy possible in Keene, which is really awesome because we're basically helping out the Ready for 100 people. And I really, really hope that what our research finds is what can help their program. So we are actually having a poster session. We're going to be presenting that research next week. It's Thursday the 26th, and it's going to be on Keene State campus. It's at 10:30, I think. So if you guys are interested at all about how to create an energy plan for Keene, definitely come. We could totally use any ideas. We really want to make this a collaborative thing with the whole city and really get everyone's input, because everyone in the community matters, because that's the goal of renewable energy, is to make sure everyone has it. So if you have the chance, come on by to that. Come on by to Solar Fest. It's just a great day. I'm so happy to be here. This is great. I've never been here before because I've been at Solar Fest. So thank you all for having me. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you.
And our next speaker is Michael Faber. He is the general manager of the Monadnock Food Co-op, and we'll discuss the success of the co-op with 100% renewable energy. Michael.
All right. This is an event we host annually, and it's always great to have such great participation. So I just want to thank everybody for coming out today and being a part of this really important day, just to celebrate and also recognize how much more work we have to do. As many of you know, our co-op here in Keene, the Monadnock Food Co-op, has grown enormously since we opened 5 years ago. The store has pretty much doubled in almost every way you can think of. Doubled in sales, doubled in the number of staff that work in the store. So the first step that we took in looking at our energy consumption was just to look for ways that we could reduce it. And a step that we took was working with a company to reduce. Well, actually, let me back up. We invested a lot of additional funds into the construction of the building, going back 2011 and 2012, improved energy efficiency of the building, looked for ways to reuse energy. So, for example, we have a compressor system for our refrigeration. We capture the heat from that system to heat our hot water. So this has been an important initiative from the very, very beginning, and something we've continued since. More recently, we've improved and added some technology where we capture cold air during the winter months and pump that colder air into our coolers and freezers, just to reduce the run time of our compressors. We moved all of our lighting over to LED lighting as another initiative. And some of these initiatives, despite the growth of the store over the last few years, we've actually seen the consumption of energy of the co-op decline, which has been a great accomplishment. And we really thank all of you for all the support that you've provided in that. So really the next step was, well, how could we move our energy just over to renewable sources? And the first step was to work with John Condos and Community Solar Project on putting a rooftop solar system on our roof, and that's been a huge success for it. So if you don't know John and the work that he's doing, he's standing right over there with the green hat on. He's looking to do more projects like this in the community. There are rooftops everywhere, and very few of them have solar on them. So he's been a great resource and is looking to see more projects like this come to fruition. So. So after we took that step, the next step was, well, you know, we still are sourcing a significant amount of our energy from conventional sources, and so we worked with our energy supplier, and through purchasing renewable energy certificates, we were able to transition all of the energy consumption that was left after, you know, look at after what's left from what we produce on site with our solar system, our rooftop solar, and convert that all over to be from renewable sources. So at this point in time, all of the energy that's consumed from the co-op comes from various renewable energy sources, a portion, again, from the roof, and the rest comes from energy, our energy provider, and we pay a little extra for these renewable energy certificates, but we know that it's a really small price to pay for making sure that we have clean air, clean water, and a clean planet to continue to live on. And that's really a lot of what inspires our work, and this inspires my work too, these little guys, because we need to leave them a clean planet too. And so say hello, Leland. Okay, thank you very much.
Are you ready? We're getting ready. Our next speaker is Terry Clark, and he's a Keene City Councilor, and he'll discuss promoting clean energy initiatives with the city while working to curtail fossil fuel development in Keene. Terry?
Thank you very much. Before we get started, I wanted to assure everybody that this major solar spill that we're getting today isn't going to affect our environment. So, come gather around, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept that it soon will be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you sink like a stone. For the times they are changing. Pretty prophetic words, still after 55 years. Still very prophetic. Now we're here to talk about energy in our future, and more to the point, incorporating sustainable energy sources into our infrastructure so that we can meet the goals of other organizations, as well as this fine organization, Ready for 100 Renewable. Special interest forces for years have been telling us, you can't do that, it's too expensive, you know, technology isn't ready yet. Maybe someday, and in the meantime, let's use this or that bridge fuel until the time is right. Well, in a nutshell, they've been telling us that economic realities are more important than environmental concerns. But the city of Keene has already taken steps to prove that wrong. Last year, we began replacing our streetlights with LED technology, which has allowed us to save enough money already from last year to put a new roof on 350 Marlborough Street, which is going to allow us to install a 1.3 megawatt solar array later this year. That's going to provide almost all of the electricity that of that entire complex's needs. That's the police department, the Keene ICE, and the Public Works Department. Now, the time is right now and the deniers can no longer credibly use the old excuses. Legislators and policymakers who are still trot out those same old excuses are depending that people don't understand the truth. Well, I'm going to ask you, do you understand the truth? Legislators and policymakers understand the truth too, and these people aren't ignorant of these facts. There was a time when we could give them a pass, but not anymore. Legislators and policymakers who still deny the feasibility of sustainable energy infrastructure, in my view, are very suspect. They're suspect of misplaced priorities, they're suspect of misplaced loyalties, or suspect of just plain and simple collusion with the fossil fuel industry. It's time for them to own up to which it is, because we're not buying that baloney anymore. Our public utilities have to start embracing sustainable energy sources and stop wasting time on fossil fuels. The age of oil is over. Peak oil was some time ago. When are they going to realize that? Our regional and our national grids have to be updated, starting now, to distribute electricity created by wind, solar, tides, and biomass energy. These technologies are here today at costs lower or equal to fossil fuels. Technologically and economically, we could start flipping the switches today. The only thing holding us back is the political will to oppose those who are already heavily invested in the fossil fuel industry. I have a message for our state legislators. Tear down the walls protecting utility profits and allow utilities to come into the market that are going to give us sustainable energy. There are these are some of the reasons that I'm opposing Liberty Utilities' effort to bring frack gas into Keene. They want to triple the capacity of gas in this city over the next 10 to 20 years. Ladies and gentlemen, we will never reach the goals that we have set forward if we allow projects like these to contradict our goals. I've already read the company's plans, and I've listened to their pleadings in the PUC, and let me tell you, they're not being forthcoming. Frack gas is not virgin natural gas, so stop calling it natural gas. There's nothing natural about it. Frack gas contains remnants of deadly chemicals infused into it through the hydraulic fracturing process. And ironically, these same chemicals have already been banned in this country and all over the world for other uses because they can cause respiratory and heart disease and cancer. Congress knows it's not safe to bring these deadly chemicals into our community. Why else would they exempt the fracking industry from these bans and protect them from not having to disclose the names of the chemicals? Yeah. Protecting patents? My eye. They say that natural gas is cleaner than propane. Well, it's not. The major component of natural gas is methane, which is 86% more dangerous than CO2. And Liberty says they have no leaks in the Keene distribution system, but their own PUC filings show that the loss of product from plant to customer in Keene is higher than any of their other facilities. So I wonder where that gas is going. It's going into our atmosphere. And you know that we have an inversion problem here in Keene. We'll be breathing those deadly chemicals. Your children will be breathing those deadly chemicals. We can't do it. There's really no upside to bringing frack gas into Keene, even economically, because of the uncertainties of future supplies and infrastructure costs. It's really likely that ratepayers will be stuck with huge stranded costs for years and years and years. So frack gas is not a future I want to contemplate. It's not consistent with our sustainability goals. It's adverse to our citizens' health and the health of our local economy. So before I get the hook, let me applaud the Sierra Club and the Monadnock Progressive Alliance for bringing the Ready for 100 launch program to Keene. And I urge my fellow city councilors, county legislators, school board members, and all of the staff that they represent to embrace it and to do it now. Because the times, they are a changing, folks. Let's change with them.
And our next speaker is Reverend Cindy Bagley, and she's the senior minister at the United Church of Christ here in Keene. And she's going to talk about social and climate justice aspects of pursuing clean, renewable energy. Cindy?
Hey, it is really an honor to be here on this beautiful day. And as the pastor in the group, I can't help but ask you all the question, why are we here? Why are we here? I don't mean why are we here at this fair, or why are we here at this launch. I don't mean why we're here supporting this Ready for 100 campaign, why we're expressing concern for New Hampshire's environment or our country's addiction to fossil fuel or the disaster that is global warming and climate change. I mean, why are we here? What are we doing on this planet and this galaxy and in this universe? In short, what's the point of life itself? Because that's really where this issue brings us. And I'm loving this beautiful puppet back here that reminds us of that which is sacred. Now, once we start posing these kinds of questions, we leave the world of science and technology and we enter the world of religion and spirituality, whatever that means to you. We enter the land of values and ethics, including what is right and what is wrong, and why we should care about the difference. Anyway, and this is my turf, so I'm going to close this little presentation with just a moment to talk about the soul part of the work that we are all doing. Now, if there's a common thread in the world of faith and religion, it is this, that life is about loving and caring for things beyond ourselves. Certainly our families, preferably our neighbors, ideally our enemies, and hopefully all of creation itself. Yet as we know, espousing these values is quite different from actually living them, isn't it? Righteousness is hard work, and justice is hard work, and standing with the poor is hard work, and being a prophetic voice in the wilderness is hard work, and turning faith into action is hard work, but it is the best work. It is the best work, the most meaningful work you will ever undertake. Satisfaction guaranteed. Make no mistake about it. While some in the world see climate change as a social or a political or a scientific or even a non-issue, it is above all else a moral issue. It is in fact the greatest moral challenge of our age. Whether it's drought in East Africa or floods in Bangladesh or hurricanes in the Caribbean, skyrocketing food prices, drastic water shortages, widespread disease, the decimation of whole species and ecosystems and landscapes, environmental migration, and civil unrest. The developed world's lust for fossil fuels will be catastrophic for the poorest and the youngest and the most vulnerable among us. According to the World Bank, without radical intervention now, climate change will cast an additional 100 million people into poverty by 2030. 100 million people, few of whom bear any responsibility for the cause. Which brings me back to my original question. Why are we here? Why are you here? I hope it's because we all care about the Ready for 100 initiative and the city of Keene and the integrity of our state's environment and the opportunity to join with communities all over the world to embrace renewable technologies that are already waiting for us. But most of all, my friends, I hope that you are here because at the deepest level of your soul, we share a conviction that it is our duty and our purpose and our privilege to love and to care for things beyond ourselves, specifically our planet and every living thing in it. That it is imperative we right the horrific moral wrongs inherent in the climate crisis, and in so doing, restore hope and justice in our small and precious world. God bless you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out on this beautiful day and joining us for the Monadnock Region Ready for 100% campaign launch. We would like to thank the Monadnock Food Co-op and the Monadnock Region Earth Day Festival for hosting us today. We'd also like to thank our endorsements. First, I'd like to thank Citizens Climate Lobby of the Monadnock Region, the Monadnock Sustainability Network, Keene State Campus Ecology Club, who is also sponsoring the Solar Fest on Keene State campus today. We'd also like to thank Antioch University, New England. We'd also like to thank Eco Action New Hampshire, Fossil Free 603. We'd like to thank Mothers Out Front of the Monadnock Region, mobilizing for a livable climate. We'd also like to thank Green Energy Options, a trusted partner for all your renewable energy options. Their new location is at 37 Roxbury Street in Keene, New Hampshire. We'd also like to thank the Monadnock Progressive Alliance. We'd like to thank our partner, the Sierra Club New Hampshire Ready for 100 campaign. Allison Samuel, thank you so much. And last, I'd like to thank the clean energy team of the Monadnock Progressive Alliance. If you're interested in joining us, our next meeting is Thursday, May 24th, 6 to 8 p.m. in that building right over there. Please come learn more about this campaign and how you can be involved. Thank you. We'd like you all to sign our petition, and we are going to have a group picture here with this banner, and please come join us. Thank you.